Go ahead and begin. We'll start in mountain pose. Just go ahead and make your way up to the top of your mat. Just take your time as you prepare for your practice, as you're setting up. Find standing. Feel free to take a few deep breaths. Yeah, just breathe in deeply through your nose. You can exhale through your nose or out through your mouth. Maybe give your shoulders a nice big circle. Yeah, check in with your neck. Maybe one more time, a nice full breath in and a complete exhale. And just continue to arrive. Settle in. Eventually just finding stillness. You're welcome to keep your eyes opened, and if they are open, just gaze forward or softly gaze downward at the floor. You can close your eyes and gaze inward. And just hold here for a moment, just taking slow, steady breaths, paying attention to the sound and the feeling of your breath. Each breath bringing you to this moment. Fully present. As you breathe in, just feel your breath rising upward. Feel your lungs expand. Followed by a slow and controlled exhale. And with this exhale, as you're able, draw your navel inward towards your spine, or just an awareness, a light engagement of your center body. Again, an inhale, feeling the breath rising to fill your lungs. Even feel the lengthening of your spine grow taller. Exhale, connecting to your center, lightly engaging the abdominal lock. It's that light contraction of your abdominal muscles. Just continue to breathe. A reminder that breath is the foundation of your practice, brings you here to this moment. Soon breath will move you and guide you through your practice. And also as a reminder, move at your own pace, take your time, rest when you need to, modify whenever you need to. Let's take 3 more breaths. Prepare your body to move. And when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. Just treat it like a nice stretch, all the way up. Then exhale, let's fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and just guide your way down. Even if it's just a partial fold, you might touch your toes, but you don't have to touch your toes. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees and extend your spine. Feel like you're coming forward. And exhale, fold all the way back down you go. Or again, a partial fold if that feels better. And keep a good bend in the knees. And as you hold here, awareness of the sensations in the body. Maybe a lengthening or stretch feeling in your legs. Feel the curvature of the spine, that roundedness, even the heaviness of the body as gravity draws you downward. And to feel even heavier, you might hold on to opposite elbows. You might draw yourself downward even more. Maybe some release or a light pull in your low back if that feels good. And also maybe a little sway of the whole upper body, left and right, to release any tension or tightness in the low back or hips. Let's do another halfway lift. And inhale, sliding your hands up the legs to re-extend your spine like you're forming a long table. Exhale, let's go back down. Let's get ready to stand here. So shifting your weight back into your heels, bend your knees, feel like you're about to sit down into a chair. Look up, arms out to the side, and then inhale and rise up. Stretch and reach for the ceiling. Then exhale, you can bring your hands down to your heart or arms down to your side, either one. Just hold for a moment. Take a breath. Let's go through that same sequence again. Whenever you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms out and up, lengthening through the sides of your body. Nice. Exhale, fold forward, always moving at your own pace. Move with your breath. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the extended spine. Exhale to fold. Your weight shift into the heels, bend your knees. Sweep your arms out to the side. Help you stand as you inhale, reaching into the air. Nice stretch, good. Exhale, hands to your heart or arms to your side. So finishing our half salute to the sun, just introducing movement with breath. We'll just continue to add on. Whenever you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms out and up, getting lighter, reaching high. Exhale, swan dive. Then inhale, re-extend the spine, perhaps rising up halfway. I'll call it monkey pose. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, get really low, low enough to place your hands on your mat. So you can walk or step or even jump both feet back to plank pose. Pausing here in our high push-up position. Breathing in. As you exhale, we'll take a shortcut to down dog by bending the knees, send your hips into the air. You'll create that inverted V shape in the body. As needed, adjust your feet on your mat. You can tiptoe forward a little bit or take the feet wider on your mat, whatever feels good so you feel pretty secure and grounded in your posture. Hold in stillness or feel free to add movement. Either case, make sure you're breathing. Get ready to move. Another full breath in, filling up your lungs. Exhale, draw navel to spine for that core connection. Bend your knees so you can walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of your mat. To your forward fold. Inhale, extending through the spine, feeling like you're coming forward. Exhale, back down we go, forward fold. Weight shift into the heels. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, coming all the way back up. Reach high. Let's keep it moving. This exhale, take chair pose or a chair-like position. You don't have to take a deep seat. Just bend the knees. Feel your hips move towards the back edge of your mat. Breathe in with more extension out through your arms. Then exhale, dive out of your seat to forward fold. Inhale, rising halfway up. Long tabletop, good. Exhale, fold, bend, bring your hands to the floor and hop or step back into plank pose. Take your time with those transitions. As before, you can take that same shortcut to down dog with your exhale or with your next exhale, bend your elbows, squeeze them in towards your ribs to finish your push-up. Good, and just do 12 push-ups if you'd like. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Continuing your flow, you'll inhale, extend your right leg up behind you, reaching energetically to the back wall. Exhale, let's step the right foot to the top of the mat. Once you've landed, turn your left heel to the floor behind you. Put some weight in that back foot so you feel balanced on 2 feet. Lightness in the hands so you can easily hinge from hips. There we are, rising up, warrior one, reaching upward. Exhale, hinge and fold. Come right back down. Plant your hands into the mat. Slide or pull that right foot back, plank pose. You can do that same shortcut to down dog if you'd like. Or bend your elbows, come down, chaturanga. Feel free to bring your knees to the floor first if you want to. Bring the chest downward. Your back bend might be a low cobra, so it doesn't have to be a major back bend there. Then exhale, downward facing dog. We'll just always meet up in down dog. Whatever flow or movement you decide to take. When you're ready, inhale, extend left leg up and back. A nice strong straight line. You don't have to lift it high. Then exhale, step through like you're stepping over something to the top of the mat. Yes, landing. Right heel turns to the floor. Feel rooted and connected. Take your time. Then rise. Once you feel sure-footed, rise up. Warrior one. Exhale, hinge, fold. Come right back down. Plant your hands. Slide your left foot back. There's plank pose. Completing the series as you'd like. Modify it if you need to, skip parts, add parts, whatever you like to do. Again, just meeting in downward facing dog. That freedom of movement there is just really listening to your own body and responding to what it might need at that very moment. Let's take a little rest here. You're going to bring your knees to the floor, sit back briefly in hero just to get off the hands. We're going to sit off to the side. So you're sitting on your mat, swing the legs around to the front. Sit in the center of your mat so you have room behind you so you can roll down onto your back. Once you're here, feel free to hug your knees into chest. Adding some movement. Reconnect to breath. Good. Let's prepare for bridge pose. It's a back bend, so you'll set your feet onto the floor, keeping the knees bent. Preparing to move, start with a full breath in, filling up your lungs. You exhale to empty the belly, feel that core connection, and then float your hips off the floor, right up towards the sky. As you're able, you might move your arms and shoulders so they're more underneath you. That might require a rocking of the upper body left and right a little bit to do so. And to help stabilize the upper body, you might bend your arms at 90 degrees. Okay, and press your elbows or triceps, the backs of your arms, down into the floor. And see if that gives you a little leverage to help stay lifted, even open up a bit more. Wherever you are, just find deep breathing, feeling more openings and expansions, through the whole front side of your body. It's very engaged in this position. Experience that strength, endurance, and power. Nice. Two more breaths here. After your second breath, to come out of the pose, you might wiggle the feet forward a little bit, then extend your arms up into the air to make space so you can roll your way down to the ground. And once you've softly landed, extend your body, extend your legs out front, reach your arms behind you and stretch, reach. Return to hugging the knees into chest. Carefully rock forward and back. You're going to rise to seated, where you might roll to one side to rise up. Coming into boat pose, Navasana. Lots of variations of boat. Boat can certainly be done with feet on the floor, even hands on the floor. Just kind of create this V shape in the body with the legs and torso. So this could be your pose. Feet might be lifted. You can hold on to the legs. You can certainly straighten the legs. You can release and free up the hands. Or somewhere in between. Good breathing, that inhale to help lengthen the spine at this angle, exhaling to connect to your core center. Let's get ready to move on this next breath. So we'll inhale and exhale, perhaps cross legs. If you can, hands in front to hop back into plank, or even just hands to the side, uncross the legs, and just make your way back into plank pose. Just hold here for a moment. Feel the energy and strength in the body. And then take a shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees and send your hips into the air. Make those adjustments with your feet and hands, arriving in the pose. We'll add on to our sequence. So an inhale to extend right leg up behind you. Keep it straight and strong for a moment. Then we'll open the hips. So you'll bend your knee. That's it. Bring your heel down toward your backside. A little lift of the knee straight up, which will create an opening in the hips and a mild rotation in your spine. Breathe in right where you are. And then exhale to unwind so we can step the right foot up to the top of the mat, ready for our lunge. Prepping for warrior one. Left heel to the floor, find your center and balance, then rise. Reaching into the air, inhale, first warrior. Exhale, turning towards the left side of the room. Arms come down to parallel. Warrior two. Making adjustments with your feet so you have a good base, strong foundation. Right knee and toes pointing forward. And then side angle pose. So reaching out past the right knee and toes there to angle the upper half of the body. That's it. And you'll rotate your arms, reaching down, reaching up. Now feel free to stay up high, which I typically do in this posture. You certainly can go down lower. Maybe your fingertips touch the floor, or maybe bring in one of your blocks. Just as long as you feel opening throughout the entire body in this angled position. No binding. Okay, let's breathe in. And our exhale so we can carefully turn, fold, bring your hands to the floor, step back into plank pose. pause right there, that strong straight line, which is another nice way to realign the body. And then another shortcut to down dog. Inhale, extend your left leg up into the air. Keep it straight and strong for a moment. And then we'll bend the knee. A bit of a lift of that knee, creating the hip opener. A little twist in the spine, opening up through the hip. Breathe in right here. All right, exhale to unwind. Step left foot to the top of the mat near left hand. Right heel turns to the floor behind you. Center the body. Hinge from hips rising with a breath in. Yep, take your time reaching up. Exhale, opening, expanding the body to your warrior two. Make the adjustments with your feet. Long, tall upper body, outstretched arms. Then follow your left arm forward. Angled upper body. There it is for our side angle pose. There it is. Yeah, feel free to stay up high. Always welcome to make those changes. Sometimes, at some classes like, oh, it's easy for me to touch the floor, but maybe today it's like, oh, it's not as easy as it was before. I'm going to rise up a little higher. All right, let's breathe in. And our exhale to carefully turn, make contact with the floor with both hands. Slide the left foot back to this plank pose. Again, you can take that same shortcut to down dog or complete that whole series with, yes, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog, perfect. And exhale, downward facing dog. Holding there for a couple breaths. Balanced and strong. Here we go, breathe in. And the exhale so you can bend the knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet here. Forward fold. Inhale, extend through the spine. Monkey pose. Exhale, fold. Nice release. A weight shift into your heels. Bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. All the way back up we go. Reaching up. And exhale, hands to heart. Pausing there to complete the sequence. And we'll relax the arms. Just bring them down to your side. Give them a little shake. Good. Yeah, check in with all parts of the body. Neck, shoulders, even your hips, knees, and feet. Okay. So we're going to do chair pose with the twist. Since we're going to be doing some twisting today, actually a lot of twisting today, modify these postures as you need to. I'll give you some modifications. For this chair pose with the twist, feel free to use one of your blocks. This is an option. So you can hold onto the block between the knees or thighs right here. That's one option. Certainly don't need to use the block. Another thing you could do is bring the feet or legs together and kind of hug to center body, something like this, just squeezing to midline. So wherever you are, moving together, we'll inhale and stretch those arms right up into the air. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. It doesn't have to be a deep seat, maybe just like this. You could go deeper if you want. Go ahead and bring hands to heart center, right there. If you're holding onto the block, you're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine. The exhale, squeeze the block and draw belly in a mild twist or rotation to the right side of the room. Now, when I say mild, that just means you don't have to twist very far. Okay, you don't have to go too deep into that position. Okay, listening to your body, responding appropriately. Holding onto the block helps you to maintain a centering of the body, keeps you balanced, also centers and aligns the hips. Here we go, breathing in. And the exhale to unwind. Place your hands on your thighs. Actually press into your thighs to help you stand. A little assist, a self-assist to stand, and reaching your arms up into the air. Keep this moving. On the exhale, take another chair pose. Go ahead and bring hands to heart center. We're just setting up for the other side. And inhale to feel the extended spine. Exhale, draw belly in. Squeeze the block if you've got it in a mild twist to your left side. Same thing. It might just be a mild rotation. Feel free to stay up high, meaning that your right elbow, okay, it might not touch or make contact at all with the left leg. Okay, or you might be low enough where it does. Okay, but again, they don't have to. Feet feel firm on the floor. You feel balanced. You got a hold of the block. You've got a container here, holding to center. And this nice rotation through the spine. Let's breathe in. And exhale, unwind. Once again, hands on thighs. If you've got a block, release the block. And kind of slide down into a forward fold. So you can put this block on the floor right there. Let's continue the flow from here. Inhale, monkey pose, extend the spine. Exhale, fold all the way down we go. Plant the hands into the earth, hop or step back into plank pose. Come down if you'd like, Chaturanga Dandasana. Okay, inhale, upward facing dog, there it is. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna add another twist. It's optional. You're gonna inhale, extend your right leg into the air. Okay, bend and twist like we just did earlier, just opening up through the hip, that's it. You can stay like that, or with your exhale, bring your right knee underneath you towards your left elbow. Just point toward your left elbow. You're crossing the midline, creating a twist. I call it a core twist. Inhale, take that right leg back up into the air behind you, straight line, yes. And then right foot moves to the top of the mat for your lunge setup. Warrior one. Plant your left heel to the floor, rising up. Then your exhale, opening to warrior two. Adjusting your foundation, solid on your feet, centered. There we are. Then our side angle pose, reach forward, angled upper body, rotate the arms here, reaching up, reaching down. Okay, breathing in. And exhale, careful turn, bring the hands to the floor, step back into plank pose, completing the series if you'd like, or just that shortcut to downward facing. Everyone's warming up, yes. Inhale, extend left leg into the air, bend and twist. Stay there, or with your exhale, let's bring left knee underneath you towards your right elbow. It's just pointing to that elbow. It doesn't have to touch it necessarily. Right back up into the sky, straight line. That's it. Inhale. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, just continuing with the flow at your own pace. Warrior one. Plant that right heel down, find your center, rising up. And our exhale, opening to warrior two. Settling in, maybe a little wider in the stance if that feels good. Take your side angle, reaching out, rotate here. Just moving with breath. Another breath in. Here we go. Exhale, let's turn right back down to the floor. With the hands, slide the left foot back, plank. Finishing your sequence, downward facing. Good. I'm going to have you pause once again. Bring your knees to the floor. If you're able, sit back into hero pose. This is one variation of hero, just sitting back onto the heels. If that's too much pressure on the knees or ankles, just take a seat, just sit on the floor. Let me show you another twist that will be coming up a little later. It'll be in a down dog. You'll arrive in your down dog, and I'll invite you to take a few steps forward. I'll say tiptoe forward a little bit, again, and maybe once again, just getting the feet a little closer to the hands. You'll still be in down dog. You can keep that bend in the knees, hips high. But you're just getting the feet closer to the hands so that you can now take right hand, in this case, right hand reaching to the outside of the left leg as low as you can reach. Maybe this is as low as you can reach. Maybe it's the calf, maybe it's lower, maybe you can reach your ankle or heel. Meanwhile, the other hand is pressing firmly into the floor to keep this arm straight and strong. Hips are lifting up into the air. Okay, and then we rotate, a little twist here. Okay, and we'll certainly do both sides. Okay. All right, from your hero, just come out to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes and kind of stretch your toes just by sitting back. If you were sitting in that hero, okay, just kind of flattens the feet this way, yeah. So just a little counter stretch for your toes, just pushing back. And then just a neutral tabletop, so you can take cat and cow. So an inhale to lift head and heart, a little back bend feel, exhale, round it all out. And a few more at your own pace. And even feel free to add other movements to this. Some examples might be, I just want to circle the hips, just get into the hips a little bit more. What I like to do is, I like to bring the legs a little closer together and kind of lean to one side, just getting to those outer hips a little bit. If this is too much pressure on the hands, or you've just been on your hands too long because we are doing so many things on our hands, feel free to sit back into a full hero, or what I call a half hero. Just tuck the toes and just sit back so you can get the weight off the hands. Yeah, maybe do a counter stretch like that with the hands if you need to. Okay. So again, just listening to the body, respond appropriately. What I offer are just some suggestions and ideas. All right. While we're down here, pause for a moment. Let's get our blocks set up. Everyone should have 2 blocks. And just place them on either side of you, okay? One on your left, one on your right, and somewhere near the center there. Carrie, you might need to pull away from the wall a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, and then return to tabletop and then downward facing dog. And when you're in down dog, let's inhale, extend right leg straight up and back. And exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Let's go to a high lunge this time. So that means your left heel will remain lifted. All 10 toes will be pointing forward. Still find your center. So you can still hinge from hips and rise up, reaching into the air. Now you might feel a little wobbly, because I know I did, because the back foot is not completely on the floor. And so you want to imagine you've got a block between the knees or thighs and squeeze. So you feel the leg engagement here. So feel strong, okay, nice and tall, reaching up. Okay. We're going to keep rising until this front leg starts to straighten. And then pivot or turn left heel to the floor. You'll turn sideways, the left side of the room. And we'll get set up for a triangle pose. Okay, so both legs are straight. Toes, front toes are pointing forward here. Now, if you feel like there's too much distance between the feet, you can certainly shorten the distance. Okay, and then reach out over that straight right leg, tip it over, and there we are in our triangle pose. And again, you can feel into the depth of the posture, like how far down you want to go. How does it feel in your hips, in your back, even your right hamstring? So it's okay to be up high. So your hand might be resting near your knee or thigh, or it might be near your calf, or even your ankle. Okay, some lengthening there. Okay, to come out of the pose, let's start by bending the right knee, a nice lunge there so we have support to come back up to a warrior 2. And what you're going to do is you're going to re-extend the right leg, just straighten it out again. Now we'll turn the right foot forward so everything's facing the same direction. I just call this a star shape. We're going to take a fold. So first, an inhale just to reach out with the arms, feel tall. Exhale, draw belly in for security, bend the knees for safety so you can fold without harming the back and coming all the way down as you're able. Then you're going to inhale, rise up to your fingertips. Lengthening the spine. You got that block right there if you need it. Exhale, fold. So we're going to pause and hold our forward fold for a moment. Okay, just kind of getting into this nice leg stretch, affecting, all parts of the leg, not just the hamstrings, but we're getting into the inner legs, even the outer legs here. Some nice deep breathing. Yeah, you can even adjust the feet. You can take the feet wider if that feels good for the stretch. If you feel like they're too far apart, yeah, you can certainly bring the feet in a little closer. There you go. 3 more breaths. We're going to inhale, rise back up to fingertips. So you're extending the spine. Just hold there for a moment. Hold this positioning here. Okay? And then you'll kind of soften, kind of melt a little bit, bend your knees. So you can walk your hands over towards your right foot and even turn your right foot so it's facing forward. Even adjust the back foot. Just set yourself up for a warrior 1. Okay? So make sure that back foot feels like it's in the right spot. So you can inhale, rise up to your warrior 1, reaching into the air. And exhale, just hinge and fold. Bring your hands back down to the floor. Step back into plank, just briefly for the quick realignment, and then right away to down dog. Just take a shortcut. Then other side, and inhale to extend left leg straight up and back, keep it straight. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Right heel stays lifted, all 10 toes pointing forward. Yeah, find that nice footing, rising when you're ready. Right up into the air. Find that security that you need, hugging in towards midline. That's happening with the legs, so feel that leg engagement, core connection. Even feel like you're holding on to something between the hands. Yeah. It's okay if the elbows are bent, still feel like you're holding on to something. Okay? Rise up so you're straightening that front leg. Okay? Turn to the right side of the room, pivot right heel to the floor. Okay, we're getting set up for triangle. Okay, so left side of toes are still pointing forward. Adjust the distance between the feet if you need to. Okay, then take your triangle, reaching out. Tip it over, stay up high, or slowly sink downward as it feels okay. Again, just feeling these good openings in the body. Breath can easily flow here. Ready to come out of the posture. We'll start by bending this left knee, some leverage, so you can come back up to Warrior Two. Once you're there, re-extend that left leg. And turn the left foot towards the right wall there. Adjust the feet so they're aligned. There's your star. And we'll fold again. Breathing in, reach out, get tall. Exhale, draw belly in, bend your knees, and fold. There we go. Okay, finish that fold, finish the breath. Inhale, rise to fingertips. You can use that block right there. Long spine, then exhale, right back down you go. Since we've been here already, either just do what you did before on the first side or add to it. Maybe you want to add some movement here. Some lunging, kind of bending one knee and kind of sinking to one side so you can extend the other leg. Okay. Taking a wider stance. Maybe these are just some ideas. Getting playful with the posture. Wherever you are, whether you're in stillness or kind of flowing and moving, be sure it's accompanied by breath. Always breathing. Keeping that foundational component of the practice. 2 more breaths. Okay, then an inhale to rise up to fingertips, extending the spine. Hold on the exhale. Just keep that extension like you're actually moving forward. That's it, just like that. Okay, then start to soften, let a little melting of the back, bend your knees, and then walk your hands over to the left foot. Spin those toes so they're pointing forward. Adjust that back foot, arranging yourself so you're ready for a Warrior One. And then just go ahead and rise into the first warrior, rising, reaching up. That's an in-breath. Exhale, come right back down. Hands to the floor, step back briefly and plank to realign, and return to down dog. So now let's play with that twist that I demonstrated. Okay, so in down dog, you're going to tiptoe forward a little bit, then maybe a little bit more, and then a little bit more. You're still in down dog, it just feels a little different, right? Now, as you're able, you're going to take your right hand and reach to the outside of your left leg. There you go, holding on to whatever you got right there, yes? Left hand's just pressing into the floor straight and strong. A little bend in the knees, send your hips up into the air so you have a nice long spine. And since you're holding onto that leg back there, use that to help you twist or turn looking underneath the left arm. There it is. There's your twist. Excellent. Wring it out. And then release. Let's bring the right hand back out onto the floor in front and do the other side when you're ready. So left hand reaching to the outside of your right leg as low as you can reach. Right hand's pressing into the floor, straight and strong. Soft knees, hips high with a lengthened spine. With the exhale, twist. You kind of look like a capital A to me. That's what it looks like to me, a capital letter A. And the left hand back out in front. You might even step back a little bit so it feels like a natural down dog for you. Okay. Let's breathe in. And exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. Take monkey pose or the extended spine. And a fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Let's come all the way up. Reaching to the air. Take that nice stretch. Exhale, just go ahead and bring your arms to your side. Okay, finishing that whole series. Yeah, check in, move around, shake it out. We're going to add some more components, but we will start with the chair pose, twist to both directions, and continue the flow as we did earlier. Again, you're welcome to use the blocks. Whenever you're ready, inhale, reaching into the air, nice strong straight line. Exhale, chair pose, and go ahead and bring hands to heart center as you're taking your seat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, draw belly in, squeeze a block or an imaginary block, and twist to your right side. It still can be a mild twist, doesn't have to be too much at all. We're not going to be here too long. Okay, just a breath in right where you are. Exhale, unwind, hands to thighs. Press to stand. Reach the arms up into the air, re-extend, that's it. And chair pose on the exhale, hands to heart. There it is, breathing in, more length. Exhale, draw belly in, squeeze the block or an imaginary block and twist to your left. Good. Just kind of wringing it out. A breath or two will do. Okay, still moving, breathing in right where you are. And our exhale will unwind, hands to thighs, but slide down the legs into that forward fold. Okay, some relief from the twist. Monkey pose to re-extend. Exhale, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come on down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, and your downward facing dog if you're going through that particular sequence. Okay, here we go. Inhale, extend right leg up. Let's go back to the original movements. Bend the knee, a little lift of the knee, a little twist, and exhale, right knee underneath you towards the left elbow, core twist. Okay, then right back up into the sky behind you, straight line, then right foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Left heel will turn to the ground, rising up. Exhale, opening warrior two. Okay. Here we're going to straighten the right leg. Turn your toes, okay, so everything's facing the same direction. Okay. Inhale just to expand your star. Exhale, belly in, soft knees, and fold. Right down. Okay. Then we're going to inhale, rise to fingertips. Stay here. Since your block is there, hopefully it's there, place your left hand on the block, your left hand on the block. And using that as a way to kind of lift yourself up a little bit. Okay, so your torso is just about parallel to the floor, where you just really feel that nice extension of the spine. Extend your right arm to the right side of the room. It's really the front of the room. Okay, we're breathing in, getting longer. Exhale, like you were a propeller on a plane, rotate towards the front of the room. And just stop whenever the body just feels like it just naturally stops. You certainly don't have to overly rotate there. That's it. So from my perspective, I see straight legs and a straight spine. So it just looks like the letter H to me. Okay. Okay. Following along, we're breathing in right where we are. Exhale, let's unwind. Okay. We're going to soften a little bit here. Okay, we're going to bring this block with us. Okay, because we're going to walk the hands over to the right foot, but bring that block with you. Okay. You're going to rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. So you're going to be in this runner's lunge, and that block is on your left side. Okay, and use that as a way to kind of prop yourself up to get some good length and lift in the upper body. So your hand is on the blocks here. Then we'll extend the right arm out to the right side here, and another rotation. Okay. That's it. So that block gives you a lift. So it gives you space really in the belt line. Okay, so you can rotate. Sometimes when we're a little too low, we get a little bound up and you may not have the space that you desire to create the twist. That's it. Okay. Let's breathe in. And exhale, we'll unwind. Okay, that block, you might want to place it to the side of your mat again so it's back there when it's ready for the second time. So hands on the floor. Just slide the right foot back, plank pose. Okay. Take your series to down dog. You can always skip and take the shortcut or a variation of movement to get to downward facing. That's it. Rest whenever you need to. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Bend and twist open. The exhale, left knee underneath you towards right elbow. Core twist. Nice. Inhale to re-extend that left leg up into the sky. Left foot to the top of the mat. Warrior one. Right heel turns to the floor. Find your footing and grounding. Rise up. Good centering. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Arriving in warrior two. There it is. Okay, let's create our star. So lengthen the left leg. Turn the left foot so it's facing the same direction as the rest of the body. Okay, same thing here, yes? Expand the star. Breathe in. Exhale, draw belly in for support, bend the knees, and fold all the way down or to your personal depth. We're going to inhale, rise to fingertips. Okay. Hold on the exhale, keep the spine long here. You might place your right hand on that block just to lift you up a little higher, to feel a little bit more extended through the spine. Extend your left arm out to the left side, or be pointing to the front side of the room here. Good. Inhale for more length. Exhale like a dial and just rotate. Okay, yes. Perfect, just like that. Okay, and just knowing that you can lift as high as you need to with that nice prop. Also helps with balance. Notice what's happening in the low back and hips. Let's breathe in and exhale. Let's unwind. Hands to the floor, soften the body, bend the knees. Now you're going to bring this block with you as you walk your hands over towards left foot. Turn those toes forward. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Okay, so we have a runner's lunge. You can park your right hand on that block. A little lift so you can feel the spinal extension. Then take your left arm out to the side. So we're just setting up the body, making all the space we need so we can safely rotate. Okay, we want good extensions through the spine. We don't want to be bunched up and try to turn. We want to find all that length, okay, before we take those rotations. Yeah. There it is. Perfect. We're breathing in. Well done. Exhale to unwind. Hands on the floor. Move that block to the side. Make sure you still have a block on either side of you. Okay. Hands on the floor. Slide that left foot back. There's plank pose. Choose the series that you want at this point to return to a down dog. Even take a rest here if you need it. Okay, here we go. Breathing in. Exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or hop both feet to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. You'll be in forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Come forward. Right back down. Forward fold. Weight shift into the heels. Bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive to grow tall. Reaching up. Nice big stretch there at the top. Exhale, arms to your side. Okay. That's a nice return so we can always check in, see what's going on in the body. Okay. Let's build that entire sequence. Now what we'll do our chair pose with a twist. We'll move to the right, but then we'll continue the flow, doing the whole right side before we do the left. Here we go. Inhale, reaching into the air. And exhale, chair pose. As you're taking your seat, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen spine. Here we go. Exhale, twist to your right. Wringing it out. Inhale, yes. Exhale, unwind, hands on thighs. You're going to slide down to forward fold. Take monkey pose here, lengthening through the torso. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant your hands into the earth, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like, chaturanga dandasana. Okay, or take those 12 push-ups right there before you move into up dog and then downward facing dog. All right, once you're in down dog, tiptoe forward a little bit and a little bit more. And a little bit more. So you're still in down dog. You're just closing the distance between the feet and hands. Take your right hand and reach to the outside of your left leg. Yes, left hand's pressing into the floor, straight and strong. Bend the knees a little, send your hips up a little higher. Feel that extended spine. Inhale as you feel that extension. Exhale, twist. Another wringing out sensation. Okay, good. Let's release. Bring the right hand out in front. You might step the feet back to their original position. Once they're there, right leg extends into the air. Down dog with the leg extended, bend and twist open. More twist coming. Exhale, right knee underneath you towards left elbow, core twist. Right leg back up into the sky behind you, straight line. Right foot to the top of the mat now, warrior one. Plant that left heel down, rising up. Yes? Take your time. I'm giving fast instruction. Go at your own pace. Warrior two. There it is, arriving in the posture. We're going to straighten the right leg. Okay, create your star, so just spin the right toes forward. There's your star. Inhale to inflate that star. Exhale, core connection, bend the knees and fold. Wide-legged forward fold all the way down. We're going to inhale, rise to fingertips, extend the spine. Hold on the exhale, left hand on the block, just to give you a little bit more lift and length. Right arm reaching to the front of the room. Inhale there, and exhale. We're making that space, and then on the exhale, we rotate. There, yes. Okay, stay where you are. This is add a little component here, okay? Because this is a wonderful twist, staying just like this. But if you feel like you could go a little further, this block on the left hand, just step it towards the front of the room here or towards your right foot. That might allow you to rotate a little bit more. Not necessary, but just play with it and see what it feels like. Okay, breathing in. Exhale, we'll unwind, soften, bend the knees, walk your hands, bring the block with you to the front, turn your toes forward, rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Okay, use that block for your left hand to help you extend the spine, a little lift, more lengthening, make the space, right arm out to the side, and then revolve on the exhale. Just like that. Okay, just some things just to play with here. Just stay in the pose, but let's activate that back leg a little bit more. Feel like the heel is trying to press back to the back edge of your mat. Even feel like your hamstrings and even your bum is going up. A little lift there. Yes, that's it. Breathe in. That's all it is. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Move the block out of the way. Both hands to the floor. Plant the hand. Slide right foot back. Plank pose. Stay in plank. Take a shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, hips into the sky. That's it. Breathe in right where you are. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. Monkey pose. Extend with a fold here. We're going into the second side. So inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come all the way up, reach high. Right away, exhale, chair pose. Taking the seat, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, here's our twist to the left. Yes, there, I love it. Okay, wringing it out. Breathing in. And the exhale to unwind, maybe hands on thighs, or to slide down the legs to your forward fold. Gentle flow there. Monkey, inhale, lengthening through the torso. Exhale all the way down, plant the hands, hop or step back into plank pose. Full vinyasa if you like, chaturanga dandasana. That's that push-up, yep. Inhale, up dog. Perfect. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're going to tiptoe forward a little bit, 2 or 3 times. Then you'll take your left hand and reach to the outside of your right leg. Yeah, you can take if you take the feet a little wider, you might have a little bit more balance. Try that if you need it, okay? That's it. Right hand's pushing into the floor, strong arm, hips high, lengthen spine. Then exhale, you wring it out. That's that twist. And left hand can return to the floor out front. Step back with the feet as you need to. Once there, down dog, extend left leg into the air. Inhale. Bend and twist. Exhale, left knee underneath you towards right elbow, core twist. And left leg back up into the air behind you, and warrior one transition. Left foot to the top, right heel plants. Find your center, rise, reach up. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Find the posture, settle in. Yes, want to get those lunges, okay? We're straightening the left leg, we're spinning the toes, left foot, everything's facing the same direction. Adjust the feet so they're aligned. Outstretched arms. Inhale, get longer and taller. Exhale, core connection, soft knees, and fold. All the way down. Inhale, rise to fingertips, extend spine. Hold on the exhale. We have the right hand on our block. Left arm out to the front of the room here or to the left side. Inhale, more extension, making more space. Exhale, start that twist. Okay. Notice how this feels. Okay. Notice how far you go without overdoing it. And then if you'd like, yeah, take that block in the right hand and just step it towards your left foot a little bit. Okay. And then see if that allows you to rotate a tiny bit more or much more even. Okay. See what that does for you. Yeah. Okay, we're breathing in. And the exhale to unwind, soften, bring the block with you as you walk your hands towards left foot, turning the toes forward. Rise up onto the tiptoes behind you. Still using that block. Help you lift. Feel that spinal extension. Really feel like you're coming forward. Get that extension, left arm out to the left side. When you're ready with that exhale, revolve. And don't worry about trying to get the left hand to reach straight up to the ceiling because it may not get there, because mine doesn't. Okay, it might be at an angle, but you're still twisting. Breath. Here we go. Breathing in. Well done. Exhale to unwind. Plant the hands. You can move your block out of the way. We're done with the blocks. Slide the left foot back. Plank pose. You can take a shortcut to downward facing dog. Okay. And we're returning to the earth. You can kneel down to take a seat or hop forward, cross your legs and take a seat. And feel free to roll down onto your back. Hug the knees into chest. Okay. You can lie down here. Hug the knees in. Some circles, some movements. Deep breaths. There you go. Yep, shake things out. Feels nice. Okay. All right, some options for a hip opener. Okay, so a hip opening posture here. It could be happy baby pose. Okay, happy baby where we bend the knees, widen the legs, and take the feet up into the air. We're holding onto the feet. A modification or variation of the pose is taking the legs wide, but not necessarily needing to kick the feet up towards the ceiling. Okay, well, that certainly is a hip opener. Another option, you could do reclining cobbler's pose or reclining bound angle pose, where your feet or the soles of your feet are touching. You can hold onto the feet in your hands, or even bring feet to the floor, keeping the knees bent as the legs kind of naturally open for that hip opener. So we got a hip opener, taking some breaths, adding movement to them as well. Okay, there's certainly no rush to move. You can stay in this hip opener. Your next pose will be a twist. I'm going to give you some options for a twist. You can just do a spinal twist where you just hug both knees into chest and take the knees to one side. We'll say the left side to begin, right arm to the right side. Another option for a twist is maybe bring the feet to the floor, take the feet wide right out to the edges of the mat, and then do a windshield wiper twist. Again, we'll take the knees to the left side first. Just a different sensation. So just kind of, again, play with the options and what might feel good. Try them both. And just feel, and just maybe pause or hold in the one that feels good. Good. Perhaps 2 more breaths, more if you need more time on this side. You may even still be in your hip opener. That's fine too. Whenever you're ready, just slowly return to center. Pause in center so there's the opportunity for the body, especially the spine, to realign. And then just take your twist on the other side. The spinal twist or the windshield wiper twist, or maybe you did both on the first side, and so perhaps do both on the second side. Excellent. 2 more breaths. Whenever you feel complete, just return to center. Maybe perhaps take the next couple of minutes to move into the pose or poses that would feel good for you at this moment. That could be another back bend. You might take an extended posture, or an inverted posture where your legs are in the air. You can just take the legs up, or even take a shoulder stand. Your back bend might be another bridge pose like we did earlier, or a wheel pose, okay, or even fish pose as your back bend, okay? Or just some more just stretches, lengthening of the body, whatever you might need here. And whenever you feel complete with your movements, just find a comfortable position for your rest and relaxation. It's time for meditation. That could be Shavasana, could be any other pose that's relaxing for you, something that's nurturing, certainly restorative, relaxing.
Stay right where you are. No need to move just yet. Just continue to tune in to your breathing, just in case the mind began to wander a little bit. That's all right. Just notice, acknowledge the thought, set it to the side. Take a deep breath. Just help you return to this moment. Staying in the practice. Again, just staying right where you are. Notice your breath. Stay in the moment. I'm going to invite you to take one more twist here. If you're lying in Shavasana and it feels okay on your head and neck, just turn your head to the left. Take 3 breaths. And after your 3rd breath, return to your head to neutral. Just pause. And then turn your head to the right if it feels okay. And take 3 breaths. After your 3rd breath, return your head to neutral. Take another 2 breaths as a way to generate some energy and movement in the body. If it takes more breaths, that's fine. And with this new flow of energy surging through the body, finding movement, and then carefully and slowly roll onto either side of your body, briefly here in a nurturing pose, perhaps another breath or 2, and then guiding your way up to seated. Take your time, finding your seat, maybe sitting on something soft or just sitting up on a block if you'd like. Feel the extended spine, relaxed arms. Your hands can rest in your lap or bring hands to heart center. And just take another full breath in. Fill yourself up. Exhale completely. Guys, as we come to the close of our practice, we bow saying, Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.